Hey, good morning, girls. Another quick little video here. Monday, May 9th. And, I love reading the scriptures. I like my devotional Jesus Calling because it leads me to different scriptures. And, of course, we need to open the Bible. But the Bible sort of gives us an unbiased opinion of ourselves. Sometimes we look at other people and judge them by what we think is our perfection. I mean, we wouldn't judge them if we looked at ourselves first, in the mirror. And so it says here on May 9th, I can bring good even out of your mistakes. And this is from Sarah Young. It says, thinking that you should live an error-free life is symptomatic of pride. And we all know that. But it says, your failures can be a source of blessing, humbling you and giving you empathy for other people in their weaknesses. Best of all, failure highlights your dependence on me. So it's hard to believe that, our failures are such good things. But I guess they're not saying they're good, but I guess they're necessary, And so, and I please God every day because I make so many mistakes. I really do, That's why I'm not in the medical field. If every time I made a mistake, and I make so many, just in typing and not paying attention at work or something, or I forget stuff and whatever, It's a daily thing. But I think, man, if I was in the medical field, I know this why God never put me there, because people would die, And so, if I make a mistake, somebody, first of all, I can retype it, And second of all, somebody may lose a couple of dollars, but not generally. Generally, there's not money lost. It's just time. It's just my time that's lost, And people can get frustrated at that because everybody's in a hurry, right? All of our clients in a hurry. They just can't. I can't work fast enough for them sometimes, But aren't we all like that? It's really something. So one of the things I wanted to talk about was I posted for Mother's Day a bunch of pictures of women and their mothers, and that was so much fun doing that because I went to all y'all's Facebook pages and, pulled out pictures. But it was difficult. And you know why? It was because I had a hard time finding photos where moms were in the picture. We're behind the camera. So many of us were behind the camera. And so it's sort of indicative to what we think is our value. First of all, we're running the household, you know what I mean? And so we are behind the camera because we're doing stuff, we're getting it done, we're capturing, we want to capture these events, we want to capture the love, and all that stuff. And I get it, which men are not all that, they're not all that easy peasy sweet stuff, And so like we are, But what we don't think about is, in the end, and I'll give you an example. When my daughter got married, I thought, I'm going to go through all the pictures, and give her pictures of her and her dad, and we were divorced at the time. And so I just felt like doing that. And so I gathered a bunch of them up and put them in an album and gave her pictures of all her and her father. And she looked at it. She's like, well, where's my mother? And, it never occurred to me, that she would even look in that perspective. But she was like, where was my mother in all this? And it didn't occur to her that she was behind the camera, And so we sort of need to say, hey, Dad, grab the camera, or somebody, our friends or whatever, grab the camera. And that's why selfies are getting so popular, because moms are actually doing selfies. Yay, moms, and so yay, ladies, they're able to do that. We get ourselves in the picture, And so the last thing I'm going to talk about, and that is a few years ago, the Lord told me to put my money in TBN, Trinity Broadcasting Network. And actually, I was told a couple of times before I actually did it. But then I realized that every morning, so many times I wake up every morning, I turn on TBN, and during the day, I watch TBN more than anything, actually, as far as TV and social and media and all this stuff. And then I get such a wonderful perspective of all these different preachers, and each one has a different perspective of who God is and what God is and what the world is and what we should do. Joel Osteen is one, Joseph Prince is another, Jensen Franklin, whom I love, is another. I love them all, really. And then there's Andrew Womack, that's all about healing. So, we do go to church and we get the one pastor thing, but I love all these other different, perspectives on God, and to hear about him, listen to him, and absorb. But it also has brought so many good blessings into my life. And so, and one of the things has been this book with Bella. It's been a while, a few months ago, that, she came to a Bible study, and Bella did, and started telling me about her 22 hours in heaven, and I sort of freaked out, And so I tried to get her to do a video, and then that didn't work because I realized she has more to talk about than a 10-minute video. And so it just led to me suggesting, let's call TBN, let's get a book going here, and let's get a hold of TBN, because they had just a couple of years ago started their own publishing company called Trilogy. And so as an author, I thought about, giving them my own book, and which I may do one day. But anyway, one thing led to another, and it was a God thing. And so now, we've got a contract. Well, we haven't signed it yet, but they've offered us a contract, TBN has, and they said they really, really want to publish our book. And so this book on Bella, it's not out, it's Bella's book, but there's like 7 of us or so ladies that are working on it that have the privilege of doing that. But I feel like it started when I sowed the seed. So you got to be careful where your money's going to. It's good to save, but some people like hoard their money. They put them in this stock and that and this and that, which is good. And maybe live miserly or whatever, but so it's good you got to have a balance. But you also got to know where you're putting your money, And tithing is not even an option as far as no is concerned, That's the main thing you do, is you tithe your local church. And so, and you go to your local church, but you tithe your local church first. And then you don't look at where they're spending their money, whatever. You look at it as, this is God's money. And let God take care of wherever it's going. And just like when we give money to, donate money to people, I don't think about, we have to be wise. I don't think about where it's going so much as I just know that it's in God's hands. I put it in God's hands. Somebody else may put it somewhere else, but I put it in God's hands. And so, God, there's a reward there. And I'm not just doing it for a reward. I'm doing it because I want to put my money on God. If I were at the racetrack and there was a horse named God, I'd put it on him, And so we got to be careful where we put our money. And but there's so many things in life to think about, isn't it? Reading our Bible, getting with the Lord, saving our money, and just doing the right thing, But what does it say? It says we're not perfect human beings. There's all these good things that people tell you to do, and there's a lot of things that you learn to do. But what does it say? It says, I can bring good even out of your mistakes. So we're not perfect, So be easy on yourself today, and take it easy. You're still, let's linger on the Mother's Day thing. Let's linger on the blessings that motherhood has brought us. And even if you're not a mother, that I know the Lord has put someone or some people in your lives, for that you don't realize, but you're mothering, because we all have a mothering spirit, and God uses that in so many different ways. It may not be in your natural children, but you are a mother to somebody, and so and realize that is one of your major roles in life as a woman, and that's a major privilege in life as a woman. And sometimes we tear our hair out, because our kids, we think, Lord, but it's such a privilege. It really is, So I love you guys, and Jesus loves you so much more, and I'll see you later. Bye.